Let's quickly talk about a couple of reasons why voiceovers are vital for your videos. It's really important to understand that whatever you're trying to do, audio marketing, video marketing, mobile marketing, voiceover can be an instrumental tool that you want to consider. So here's an overview I really want you to pay attention to. So what is video voiceover? Let's just have a clear conversation about that, because when you hear voiceovers, you're thinking, well, this is just a voice, so this is audio. But you also have video voiceovers, okay? Video voiceovers, actually, let me just first talk about voiceover. So voiceover is the off-screen spoken audio added over the top of the video during or after the production process, okay? And the thing here is that it can be used to describe, explain, or provide additional context about what your viewers are watching. For example, you can talk about, hey, listen, yeah, I want you to really see, I want you to draw your attention to this particular product or service. I want you to really go to this geography, to this location. And it's really important to understand that a voiceover, when well done, actually adds value, but also engages your listeners or viewers a lot more, okay? By the way, welcome back to the show. I really appreciate having you here. And in today's conversation, we're going to have a wonderful talk about reasons why voiceovers are vital for your videos, okay? You need to understand we are actually in a generation where attention span is shrinking by the day, right? You have Gen Z, Gen X, Gen Y. The thing is, nowadays, when you wake up in the morning, can you imagine how many platforms are trying to draw your attention? When it comes to audio marketing, when it comes to video marketing, you have gazillions of platforms. And if you think about audio marketing already, you have Pandora, you have Spotify, you have iHeartRadio. When you think about video, you have YouTube, you have Facebook, you have Twitter, you have all the social media platforms. So the point I'm trying to make here is that you have to understand that when you add voiceovers to your videos, you are trying to really draw attention. You are trying to really retain attention, because we're living in a world that's very competitive when it comes to attention span. So it's really important to understand that people are now doing a lot of things at the same time. They are multitaskers. Like you can drive your car and you listen to a podcast, or you just watching a video. If you're not driving, you just park. You just park to get some gas, but you're doing something at the same time. So there are different ways nowadays that consumers are basically absorbing content, whether video or audio. Here's the approach I want you to really think about, boss. I want to give you a few KPIs, key performance indicators, for voiceover video success measurement. How do you measure your voiceover video success? Okay. Now, first thing I want you to really pay attention to is really to think about brand awareness and recall on YouTube. See, when we talk about voiceover, when it comes to videos, YouTube is instrumental. YouTube is quite essential. I don't care that people talk about, well, you can try Vimeo, you can try other platforms, you can try Facebook, but YouTube is the quintessential video platform, okay? And you have about 5 to 7 billion videos that are being watched on YouTube every single day, boss, every single day. So it's very easy for your video to get buried, lost, or perhaps worse of all, forgotten. So, but the cool thing about YouTube is, what we love about YouTube is that YouTube has that ability to say, listen, if your video does not get surfaced today, you are still, as long as you're still in the game, one day YouTube's algorithm will actually pick up your video. This is why we always insist on creating quality audio, quality video, quality voiceovers. Because if you have quality, what happens here is that quality never dies. Quality never dies. If you have a good production today, 1 year from now, that production will still be good, right? So again, I want to talk to you about the importance of quality. It doesn't matter if you are trying to sell. Let's say you're trying to use the audio, the voiceover video as a lead magnet, or you want to use it as a promotional tool for your webinar, for your online course, for your next speech, or for your brand in general. I want to insist on the fact that quality must be present, okay? Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about top reasons why voiceovers are vital for your videos. They are financially vital. They are operationally vital, they are also strategically vital because they are going to help differentiate your brand from the competitions. Another KPIs that I want you to really pay attention to: views and completion rate. See, the whole thing here is that if you have voiceovers in your videos, right? You have great video, you have great content, but you have to pay attention to how much of that content your viewers are watching. Because if you have, let's say, you have a 30-minute, not 30-minute, a 30-second video or a 30-second audio ad, for example, and people are just watching 15 to 20 seconds, that's really good. I mean, you have a retention rate of 66%. That's just fantastic. Okay. Again, you might be saying, well, people, it's only 20 seconds. It's only 30 seconds. Why aren't people watching everything? Well, it's because, as I said before, we live in a world where attention span is really shrinking by the day, and consumers have options. So if your video is not really engaging enough, people are not going to watch. That's just what it is. It's just a reality. Don't fight the players. You want to fight the system, but you shouldn't be even fighting the system. Just go along, okay? And the point I'm trying to make here is that you want to pay attention to views. You want to pay attention to completion rate, okay? Every digital content platform counts views differently. For example, while a Facebook video is counted as viewed after just 3 seconds, YouTube, on the other hand, doesn't count a video as viewed until 30 seconds in. So that's why engagement is so vital. So the more engaged someone is in your video, the longer he or she will continue watching, and the more likely he or she is to be converted into a potential lead or customer. Okay, so this is kind of important because that's why by adding a voiceover to your videos, you will likely see a significant increase in the completion rate, time spent, or content consumed by your audience. And one thing I want to say also is that when we talk about voiceovers, why are they really critical to videos? Is because in this era of multitasking, instead of listening to just another boring background track, but rather a dynamic, fully mastered professional quality voiceover is really going to do the trick for you. Okay, so if you're able to actually solve that part of the equation, you are able to position yourself and your brand in a better light. And remember that you are going to decrease your bounce rate, so folks will be actually listening to your content a lot more, and and more people will come to your brand. And so all these things add value to your brand. The third thing I want you to pay attention to, another reason why voiceovers are really vital for your video, is that they actually help increase your CTR, leads, and traffic. See, boss, the whole thing here is that if you have a video, the goal is, again, going back to what I always say, it doesn't matter if people actually engage with your video on a landing page, at the top of your sales funnel, on a social media page, or on a regular website page on your blog, for example. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what you're trying to sell. It doesn't matter if you want them to sign up for your next webinar, to your next online coaching session. It doesn't matter if you're asking them to actually do something with your brand, to actually like a video on Facebook or whatever. What matters is that if you are not able to keep your CTR, your click-through rate high, you are just doing half a job. You are wasting energy. You're wasting your money. You want to have voiceovers that can help you increase your CTR, leads, and traffic. Remember, this trifecta is really important: CTR, leads, and traffic. So naturally, the more time your consumers spend on your video, the more likely they are to click on your CTA's call to actions and achieve your campaign objective, instead of just clicking away or closing the video. Okay, if they close the video, your bounce rate is actually increasing. You don't want that. Okay, so that's why the leads and traffic generated from content, including video, is 300 to 500% higher than content without. Okay, and this is according to many research reports. So, and the thing here is that, by integrating voiceovers into your videos, you are able to incorporate additional CTAs, because you can have spoken ones as well as solely visual ones. This is kind of cool. So now, instead of having one set of videos, you have two sets of videos. So while on the screen you can see, like you can actually show, for example, sign up for my next course. You can put this on the screen. The voiceover might be saying get 30%, or get ready for your next session. Like, it could be a different CTA, and overall you are increasing also your video campaigns CTR, your click through rate. So this is really important. Then another reason why you actually gain a lot from voiceovers when it comes to your videos is that you are decreasing your CPL and audio production cost. Because remember, when we talk about audio marketing, when we speak about video marketing, when we speak about mobile marketing in general, your CPL and your budgetary constraints can be very, very important. And this is a long-term game. And if you want to keep doing it over the long run, you have to be able to look at cost, right? You have to manage costs in the short term so you are able to survive in the long run. So when we talk about CPL stands for cost per lead. So this is kind of like in other industries, they talk about CAC, they talk about client acquisition cost. So cost per lead is kind of important. And so the thing is that when we talk about, let's say, voiceover, when we talk about video, you need to understand you want to really lower your CPL as much as possible. And the CPL for videos with voiceovers can be reduced by between 40% and 30% and 70%, according to our research. Okay, if you have an increase in clicks due to your spoken CTAs while paying the exact same amount for your video campaign, you will end up getting more for your money, more bang for your buck, right? Therefore, saving money on your CPL. Not only can you lower your CPL by creating AI voiceovers for your videos, but you can also decrease your overall production cost. This is because, creating an audio with an AI tool is cheaper. I mean, 50 to 99% cheaper than traditional audio production, and 1,000 times faster too, because you have quote unquote a robot. You have a machine doing the work for you. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. I'm just having a conversation with you about the top reasons why voiceovers are vitals for your videos, why you should really think about integrating voiceovers in your videos right now, okay? And one thing I want to say also is that, and I've said this before, the goal here is not just to introduce voiceovers to your videos at like randomly. No, you have to make sure that the voiceovers resonate with your audience and the geography they are currently in. You have to think about things like accents, the nature of the voiceover, like the gender, if you will, male or female, the depth of the voice, the tone you use. All these things have to be in sync with the geography and the demographics of your target audience. You also have to think about subscribers and social media shares. Okay, now this is another KPI that you want to pay attention to when you actually add voiceovers to your videos. Because basically, if you want to increase your social media shares, if you want to increase the probability of having a viral video or having a viral video, whether it is on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, whatever, you want to be able to increase your the subscribers to your brand. Okay, you want to increase social media shares in general. And what we have found here is that if you are able to have voiceovers in your videos, you are increasing not only the appeal of the video, the engagement, but also the attractiveness of the video. So if viewers believe that your video is attractive, is appealing, they are more likely to share with their friends and family members, right? And it's really important to understand that when we talk about voiceovers for your videos, you always have to think about the demographics, but also the value you are adding. Let me give you an example. If you take Generation Z, they probably just love videos that are entertaining, videos that are informational, and videos that are inspiring. If you take millennials, they're more into the entertainment part. So this is how you add value. And you also have to ask yourself the platform on which they watch the videos. A lot of those Generation Z, Gen Z, and Gen X and millennials, they love to watch videos on their phone with the sound on. Okay, so this is kind of important. So if they like to watch videos on their phone with the sound on, you can see right there that it's really great if you have a voiceover. If you have a voiceover, you're basically helping enhance the overall experience, the overall listening experience, the overall auditory experience. And this is really great for your brand anyway, right? Because you are able to engage, you are able to retain, and you are able to convert if you have the right sales funnel strategy anyway. The last reason why you want to think about adding voiceovers to your videos is that you are able to increase your ROI. When we talk about audio over video, you're able to increase your overall return on investments. Why? Because again, the whole thing here is that if you're able to, let's say you're able to convert your listeners, you are able to let them do what you want them to do. You are able to say, listen, buy this book, sign up for this service. You are able to say, listen, register your email. You want to book a free let's say a free session with me. If you're able to get all these things, that means your return on investment goes up big time because not only are you lowering your CPL, your cost per lead, but you're also increasing your how much you can charge per person. Because see, an engaged client, an engaged lead is much more valuable than a disengaged lead. That's what we call qualified leads versus unqualified leads. Okay, and so when you think about your sales funnel strategy, you have to think about what really matters, not only from your bottom line, from your monetary perspective, like from your financial cash flow, from your cash flow perspective, but also what matters to the listener. Okay, and so this is how you increase your ROI, and you are able to actually you need to understand that it takes if you are able to produce voiceover over video by using let's say AI, artificial intelligence, or by using a virtual assistant, for example, you are able to actually double or even triple in our analysis your ROI. Okay, we have seen on average our own business clients, they achieve from 2.6x to 2.9x their ROI. So this is really money well spent. Now, one thing I want to say here is that you can't just analyze this like within 3 months and say, I have achieved this and it's just great. I'm going home now, kumbaya, blah, 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 blah. No, this is something you have to actually do over time. You have to analyze this over time and see what really works and what doesn't work. So it is a process. It is an exercise in trials and errors. You have to try one thing and see what works for it, what kind of voiceovers work for your videos. And if they don't work, you can actually then move on to something else. Okay, you can try something else. You can try to say, listen, now I'm gonna try this. Maybe you started with a male voice and you're seeing that things are not really working, the engagement is not there, so you can switch to a female voice and see what really works. Or let's say you started with one accent and you see that it doesn't really work, you can switch to another accent. It's all about varying the different elements, the different inputs, so you can see what works or what doesn't work. Okay, and there is actually a very interesting process called A/B testing that allows you to actually change a few things and see the results. That way you can through a series of tweaks, you can see what really worked, what the iteration that really sticks. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about the top reasons why voiceovers are vital for your videos. Okay, I explained to you what a video voiceover is, and I give you the 6 reasons, 6 reasons why those voiceovers are vital. Thank you. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.